Now, the video in the Robert Kraft solicitation case will be suppressed. A Florida judge just ruled that video of the Patriots owner's visit to the Orchids of Asia Day Spa will not be allowed in the trial. Kraft's attorneys had sought to keep the video evidence from being shown, and the state may appeal the ruling, but this is a win for Kraft's defense. Much more on this story coming up on WBZ News at 6.
Okay, so y'all just heard that right there, and this is a little update video involving Robert Kraft and the situation he's in. So there was surveillance video evidence that was going to be used in the trial against Robert Kraft, which definitely would have hurt him in a huge way, of him going into that day spa multiple times to, solicit favors from the women that were working there. And now it has come out that after the prosecutors pretty much begged the judge to suppress that evidence or that surveillance, the judge came back and said, okay, we're going to suppress it. That's why the reporter said this is a win for him. And it is, because without that, that's a huge piece of evidence that they won't be able to use against him in this trial, which means it's pretty much already written. Robert Kraft is going to walk away from this completely unscathed, and we're not really going to hear about it again. I swear, anybody who is white connected to that Patriots team can get away with anything. Bob Kraft with this, Bill Belichick with the cheating, also Tom Brady with the cheating, and a whole bunch of other things. Slaps on the wrist for all of them. And then you got to tack onto the fact that Robert Kraft is also well connected to 45, and as well as Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. How ironic is that? And Professor Black Truth actually tweeted something that actually made a lot of sense, and it should make a lot of sense to anybody. This has nothing to do with Robert Kraft having billions of dollars. It's the fact that Robert Kraft is a white man in America. Because Bill Cosby has money. He didn't get that treatment. R. Kelly, well, he doesn't have that. He has wealth, but not the wealth of a Bill Cosby, but he's getting railroaded right now. And every other black man that has been railroaded for situations such as this, or even otherwise. So it has nothing to do with wealth and being rich. It's the fact that Robert Kraft is a white man. Look at Jeffrey Epstein, another wealthy white man who did way worse than Robert Kraft, and he got the hugest slap on the wrist. People barely talk about Jeffrey Epstein nowadays. Look at Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein used to be everywhere in the media 2 years ago when Me Too popped up. Now he's like a blip on the radar, and I do mean a small blip on the radar. You have to literally go online and type in Harvey Weinstein's name just to see if any updates come through. That's what I have to do. Like, they rarely ever talk about him on the news anymore. And when they do talk about him, it's usually going to be something about, something got dropped or a trial got moved again. That's usually what it is. That's the last. As a matter of fact, that was the last update that I did concerning Harvey Weinstein. The very last one. And it seems like every time I do one about him, it's always the same thing over and over and over again. I'm willing to bet, and this is the same kind of imagery that Bob Kraft was using when that judge decided to suppress that surveillance video evidence. He probably gave him a wink, a nod, and a thumbs up. But this doesn't surprise me. It shouldn't surprise you. It shouldn't surprise anyone. Now, if this was a black person who did this, we already know. What would happen to them? We already know. And they have no justification as to why they want this surveillance. We know why they want it suppressed. But they never gave any justification as to why they wanted it suppressed. They know why too, but they're not going to say it. Because they know that there's a chance they could lose that case with that evidence. And now they just know that they're going to win. And 9 times out of 10, they will win. Nothing is going to happen to Robert Kraft. The most he'll probably have to do, if anything, is pay a fine, and he might get a slight bit of probation, if that. But the fine he might have to pay. I'd be surprised if he even pays that at this point. So that's that white privilege at work again. That's that white wealth privilege at work right there. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I will talk to you in the next one.